Camp helps me be my favorite me at home, at camp, pretty much everywhere.
It's just a great place to get away and just be yourself and try new things without judgment.
The atmosphere is always really exciting, and there's always stuff to do.
Here I feel like this is a safe place for me to be able to come and express my feelings, if I've had some frustrating times.
My son, along with my other 3 kids too, look more forward to that 1 week of summer than any other vacation or activity we could possibly take them on.
It's my camp.
My camp! This is my camp!
This is my camp.
Each year, more than 40,000 children and adults come to YMCA Trout Lodge and Camp Lakewood from across the United States and beyond. They come to us to reunite, relax, and experience something new. Families leave the city behind, disconnect from electronics, and enjoy our beautiful natural setting. By day, they can choose from over 40 recreational activities. By night, they can see all the stars in the Milky Way. YMCA Trout Lodge impacts more families in our community than any other organization. Whether it's a small child taking their first pony ride, a teen climbing the Alpine Tower for the first time, a family reunion enjoying time together to reconnect, or seniors spending time with their grandkids on a peaceful pontoon boat ride across Sun and Lake. The YMCA touches every member of the family and imparts a positive influence on their lives. Camp Lakewood is a year-round, safe, and kid-friendly environment with activities designed to encourage exploration and appreciation of our natural surroundings while cultivating campers' self-esteem, confidence, independence, and cooperation with others. During the summer, Camp Lakewood is a traditional overnight camp for children ages 6 through 17. When summer is over, Camp Lakewood is home to outdoor education for school groups, youth programs, Girl Scouts, and YMCA adventure guides. Our youth get to experience new activities under the careful supervision of staff trained to guide them and help them succeed. Sometimes the challenge is tackling Pines Peak and the zip line, or camping outside under the stars learning survival skills. Campers also have lots of fun at camp, learning to canoe or sail on the lake, or just singing their favorite camp songs at crazy campfire.
When I first came here, I automatically loved it. I was just 7 years old, but at that moment I realized it was such a good place for me. It was the first day, it was so welcoming, and it was way different from going to school or anywhere else where you walk in and you're nervous because who's going to judge you. And I walked in obviously a little fearful, but not even an hour into it, I already had friends, I already had counselors who cared about me, and it was just such a good experience to have because, I felt like I was appreciated, and I was 7, and I felt like I was cool and fun, and it was such a great experience. I got to try all these new things and do all these cool activities that I had no opportunities doing at home. Once I started going through programs like LDP, like CIT, I realized the reason I want to be a counselor was just because there's so much you can do for everyone around you, the kids, your fellow counselors, all the fellow staff, and just seeing the smile on kids' faces when they accomplish something they never thought they were ever going to do, or feel confident in themselves for once, is something just so incredible. And being a counselor is something I am so glad I have the opportunity to do, because I think it's the best gift I've ever been given.
I have been fortunate enough to have all 4 of my children attend Camp Lakewood. My son is 13 years old, and he's been going to camp for 3 years. And my older 3 are actually triplets, 2 girls and a boy, and they have been attending Camp Lakewood for the past 8 years. They started out as just regular campers, and then they went on to be counselors in training, and then for the past 2 summers they've been camp counselors. And I cannot tell you how much they have gotten out of it. They just look so forward to it, and they come home and just, for the whole entire ride home, as tired as they are, they cannot quit talking about all the wonderful things and fun activities and great people.
I've made a ton of friends at camp. I see them when I come back to camp like each year, and it's like really awesome.
At camp, kids learn to set and accomplish goals, and they make friends that they carry close to their hearts for life.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong.
YMCA Trout Lodge in Camp Lakewood welcomes people of all abilities and offers more programs than any other YMCA camp and conference center. We are also the home of more family camps for children with special needs than any other organization. Not only do we provide a camp for a sick child, but also for the entire family.
Camp Oasis is a specialized camp for children who have Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. They can come whether they're newly diagnosed or whether they have been diagnosed for a while. It provides a tremendous opportunity for children with these disorders to meet other children who have to suffer through the same problems. And they won't always know anybody at school or in their other activities who have to put up with the same symptoms and medications and hospital visits and things like that. So here they're able to meet peers who have a common experience, and so they don't have to explain what's happened to them or what they have felt or what they've been through. They all know that already about each other.
Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, one of the common symptoms is very frequent diarrhea or having to go to the bathroom a lot. In a traditional camp setting, that could be really difficult, and a lot of our newer campers have a hard time becoming comfortable leaving that sort of safe, close proximity to the restrooms. We have a camper here this year who's had a little bit of a rough time health-wise, and she's needed to use the bathroom a lot and really quickly. And we sort of took the Camp Lakewood staff aside and filled them in, and not only were they accommodating, but we were down at the zip line and they sort of arranged her to go first so she could get up and have the experience, but also didn't need to wait with the harness on and far away from the restroom. So if she needed to go later, she could, and it wouldn't be a problem. And not only did they sort of provide her with those accommodations, but they did it in a way that didn't make her feel different than anybody else.
I think this place provides the right balance of support and challenge for them, and they get to work with a camp staff that's experienced in each of the activities, particularly things that are a little tougher like the Alpine Tower or the zip line. And so working with a staff that's experienced, knowledgeable, knows how to maintain, a safe environment, helps the kids sort of work through those experiences and helps them really be more confident in what they're able to do.
Being a parent of a child with cancer it changes your entire life. It changes everything about every single part of you and all the people around you, all your relationships. When Ariana was diagnosed with cancer, she was 3 years old. She was complaining that her legs hurt, and about 3 months later, she had a CT scan, and that was June 28, 2009. It's a day we will never forget when the doctor said, she has a tumor in her chest. It's called neuroblastoma. And we spent the next 18 months basically living in the hospital. I have 2 other children, and they're older, and they basically without their mother for that time. We were given the opportunity to join in with this camp called Camp Sunrise. They invited us down to Trout Lodge, and we'd never been before. Ari wasn't feeling great, but they said there'd be a nurse on staff and a doctor on call, and there'd be volunteers available if we needed help, and that we should really just come. And there's stuff to do right away. The minute you pull in, then it's just nonstop entertainment. And when Ari wasn't feeling good, I could take her to a room. A volunteer might even stay with her so I could keep going with my 2 boys and play with them still. We could take turns. There's time for the kids to get to do things to prove how amazing they can be. And they can show us and they can show the people around them. And even Ariana, who had been fighting in the hospital, taking chemo and struggling just to survive really, she got to come out and climb the rock wall. And the look on her face, it's just incredible. It is just the coolest thing in the world to see her be that excited and that proud of herself, and to see that she can do it, to then give her that strength to go home and keep fighting at home too.
We can't cure the diseases that strike the lives of children or adults that come to YMCA Trout Lodge in Camp Lakewood, but we get to help these families enjoy time together, and we get to celebrate with children like Christabel, who's winning her battle against the odds of stage 4 cancer. Some of our special family camps are for children with HIV/AIDS, cancer, Crohn's disease, asthma, diabetes, visual impairments, and limb deformities. Sometimes, the family camp is for loved ones of police officers killed in the line of duty, or for parents with cancer. Oftentimes, these struggling families need financial assistance to participate in our programs. Because of the generosity of people just like you, YMCA Trout Lodge in Camp Lakewood has been able to provide the much-needed financial assistance to campers and families for 30 years.
For somebody to put their money into a program like this, I can't thank them enough. We couldn't afford to do this, and to take this opportunity and to give some of your hard-earned money to allow us to have this opportunity is something that thank you is just not enough. It's not enough to say that you've changed a family, you've changed our life, you've changed many families by giving us this opportunity. So just know that it has, from our hearts, we say thank you.
Through your generosity, families create lifetime memories and strengthen their family bonds. Through your generosity, children with debilitating and life-threatening diseases have a respite from their illness and connect with others just like them. Kids can simply be kids at the Y. Families can leave their everyday stresses behind them. People just like you make all this happen at YMCA Trout Lodge in Camp Lakewood.